Hey, this is Kyle from Big Boy Fishing. I'm here at Lake Michigan Angler. I'm going to go over some cures that I use throughout the season here. First things first, say it's September or late August, September, October. A lot of my favorite cures are the Fire Cure, Boraxo Fire, or the Shake and Cure by Atlas. And really what I like is in the beginning of the year a natural egg. So like a natural cure, or the Shake and Cure natural. And when I'm using the natural Shake and Cure, or just say the Fire Cure in general, you don't need a lot of cure, just enough to cover the eggs. You want your eggs to milk and reabsorb that cure. I know I get a lot of questions of how much cure do I put on. Just enough, like if you're seasoning your steak, you want to season your eggs. You want those juices in the bag enough to where your eggs will reabsorb it, say. And then, like, as we get on through the season, say we're in the middle of September, I really like using red and pink. So when I'm using this Fire Cure, say I'm doing a batch of eggs, I will Fire Cure the eggs. I'll let the eggs sit in the fridge for about a full day. And then I'll Boraxo Fire using the same color. So if I'm using red Fire Cure, I'm using red Boraxo Fire right after that. After I let my eggs sit in the Fire Cure for a day. And then the same thing too with if I'm using a natural Fire Cure, after my eggs are done curing in the Fire Cure, then I'm using a natural Boraxo Fire. So if you're using pink Fire Cure, obviously after that second step I'm using a pink Boraxo Fire, and then so on with red. Red Fire Cure, red Boraxo Fire. But that's pretty straightforward. I do love adding, so say you are done curing eggs, or you are in the process of curing eggs. With the Fire Cure, I will add some of the fire powder in as my eggs are curing. With the Fire Cure, that is like a bite stimulant. This fire powder, it's a krill. It does wonders some days. And then another thing that I really like is, I will start tying eggs as the season progresses. Podski trout eggs, and then I use Atlas mics. This is my favorite color by far. And then the Miracle Thread, that helps, tie your sack at the end, and then you just cut it. You can use all sorts of colors. Chartreuse, pink, and peach are my favorite. By far, I like to tie, anywhere from a nickel to a quarter size sack, depending on the time of year. In the winter, it's a little bit smaller sacks, fishing, say ice fishing and whatnot. And another thing too is, say we're drift fishing in the river, like Milwaukee, the blue butterbead, 8 mil, by far, if you're not running this, you need to run it. I run it in a double bead rig. Great combo up there in the Milwaukee, Racine, or Kenosha. And yeah, that's about it. Hopefully this little egg tactic that I do is helping you. Just remember, less is more when it comes to cure. Start with less and kind of go on as you learn how to cure eggs, but less is more when it comes to curing eggs. If you have any questions or want to book a trip, I'm on Facebook and Instagram at Big Boy Fishing, and should be a great season.